Hey everyone, welcome to Morning Coffee. Thank you so much for tuning in. So this is going to be your general energy reading for your Tuesday, October 13th, 2020. Please keep in mind that time is an illusion and energies are fluid. So just because this is a reading dated for the 13th of October doesn't mean that it absolutely has to resonate for you at that time. Whenever you are guided to watch this reading and it resonates, then that is the message for you in that moment. Also keep in mind that this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So, for those of you that have not seen it yet, I did do a Divine Feminine reading yesterday, and it was very closely tied to Morning Coffee yesterday, yeah? Yesterday's Morning Coffee was titled Divine Feminine, Cutting Them All Off, and so that prompted me to do a twin, well, I guess you could say a twin flame reading, but it was really mostly guided towards the Divine Feminine. And I spent the day just kind of meditating on it and, trying to get the message. And it turned into just, basically there are many of us within the Divine Feminine Collective that are just walking away from it all, just leaving it all behind. Friends, family, the Divine Masculine, anything that really doesn't serve us, bye-bye. So if you haven't checked that out yet, I recommend that you do go ahead and do so. It's very, very interesting. It did turn out to be a very good reading, and it made really perfect sense. And then on Patreon, I did do a follow-up or an extended version in terms of how this is affecting the Divine Masculine. Originally, I intended that part to be, kind of focusing more on the internal masculine, but it turned out to be external. So it is what it is. So go ahead and check that out. It is on my YouTube channel here. And if you're not on Patreon yet, I'd highly recommend you do so. We have a lot of great stuff. We do a lot of awesome things and have a lot of great fun over there. So go ahead and check it out. Yeah? Cool. So with that said, let's get into this here. Hi, spirits. Please make me a clear channel for the collective at this time. Please bring forward the best messages to serve the highest good of all involved for our Tuesday, October 13th, 2020. Thank you so much, Spirit. All right, guys, let's get into this. Where should I put? I'm gonna put this here. Yeah, we're gonna do that. All right, I'm gonna give this 5 shuffles, and we'll see what we've got for today. Yes, here we go. 1. Tuesday, October 13th, 2020. 2. 3. I'm picking up on white for the collective, which speaks to purity. This is 4. A sense of purity and grounding your nature is what I just heard. This is 5. Or grounding some sort of purity into your nature, clearing the pathways. I know me personally, I've been spending a lot of time alone just to clear my energy, to clear my head, to clear some space energetically. So I kind of feel like that's part of a lot of what the collective is going through right now, especially if you're part of, or if you're one of us, or one of those of us that are really feeling a pullback, a drawback, like not really wanting to associate with anything or anyone, wanting to just spend time alone, maybe studying yourself, working on healing, maybe doing some purging. Activations are happening, Spirit is saying, and many of us are really starting to rise to much higher vibratory rates, and because of that, we're needing to cocoon a little bit right now, and kind of stay out of the normal routine that we have always done. Maybe even, I'm sorry guys, as soon as I start channeling here, my nose wants to act up, but changing, this could even be an energy of changing the people that you associate with. And maybe not completely, maybe not forever, but for maybe, I'm hearing an extended period of time, um, you know, keeping to yourself, going it alone, not really wanting to associate, not really wanting to hang out. I mean, it's not like, I don't know how much we can hang out. I don't know how much the pandemic is really kind of affecting all of us. Here in Puerto Rico, it's not that bad. Some of the restrictions were lifted, but then there still are some restrictions and blah, 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 and whatever. At the bottom of the deck so far, though, we do have the Star, healing and wish fulfillment. Okay, I really feel like this is mostly healing. I know me personally, I've been going through a really deep healing process over the last week or so. A lot of heart chakra purging. But what this is saying also is the healing that you're going through right now is actually catalyzing or setting the stage for some of your dreams and manifestations to really be coming in. So there's a lot of clearing and cleansing and healing that needs to happen. Yeah, look, the Wheel of Fortune. That in order for these circumstances, situations to come in for you, okay? Ooh, we're gonna stop there for a second. The Fool, the Ten of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, the Five of Wands, the Six of Swords. Yeah, the Strength and the Knight of Wands with the Hanged Man at the bottom of the deck. The Nine of Swords did just kind of flash a little bit. Good Lord, I'm so sorry, you guys. But that's not the biggest thing here, the Nine of Swords energy, and that's not really something we want to focus on. There are quite a few changes happening here. You have the Wheel of Fortune with the Fool and the Ten of Pentacles. So it seems here for the collective that there's a lot of things that are coming to an end or coming to a close. A big chapter is coming to a close in our lives, or a big chapter is changing. This may even be a whole book is closing out for you, and you're starting a completely brand new journey. Okay, leaving past relationships, past circumstances, past allegiances behind, because it seems that you've reached a level, or you've reached a point here where you just don't align with these individuals anymore. I'm so sorry, you guys. I have to pause for a second. I know, I really know I'm channeling hard when my nose, my allergies, really start to flare up. Like, I swear to God, I've been up for 2 hours this morning already, and my allergies were fine until I sat down here and started doing this reading. Oh my goodness, hold on a second. Hopefully that's a little better. Anyway, so allegiances are changing here. It seems you've grown apart from a group of people, a selection of friends, a society, maybe a hive mind type energy. This could be family. It just feels like it's gotten to the point now where your perspective has changed enough with the Hanged Man. Your vibration has risen enough, Hanged Man and the Three of Pentacles, because you've been doing enough work on yourself, or you've just been changing, shifting, and adjusting. And instead of fighting with this any longer, or instead of trying to argue, or instead of trying to just persevere and stick through it, I really feel like you guys, or collective here, we are moving forward. Okay, we're changing the game. We're having the strength to move forward with our passions, our desires, our way of life, our enlightenment. Also, with this Hanged Man and the Three of Pentacles here, you really could have been doing a lot of work to gain some sort of new enlightenment, or a new experience, or a desire for a new experience, or a desire to move in a new direction, creatively, you know what? I am going to call it creatively. Regardless of how that creative expression comes through, it is creative, because we are the master manifestors of our own lives, okay? We create our lives for ourselves. So yes, this is a new creative direction, however that manifests for you, okay? You do have the Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck now, but then you have that with the Queen of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. I'm sorry, not the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Wands with the Four of Pentacles underneath that. But I feel like here, I don't really think you are upset. I really don't think you're that upset about this. Five of Cups to the Queen of Swords. the Page of Wands, I really kind of feel like you're almost saying, I don't really have time to cry about this. Or maybe it's just a situation in which you've cried enough, and especially if you're leaving a certain group of people behind, or like a community group or something like that. If you're leaving that behind, I feel like you've felt a sufficient amount of turmoil or pain or loss just in the process of getting yourself to the point where now you're finally deciding to move forward. Six of Swords. So at this point, Five of Cups, that Five of Cups energy is irrelevant. Queen of Swords. I don't have time to feel bad. I don't have time to cry. I don't have time to mourn this any longer. I've got things to do. I'm changing. Page of Wands. You're letting go also with the Four of Swords, the Knight of Swords, yep, and then to the Ace of Pentacles, right? I'm sorry, Four of Pentacles, Knight of Swords to the Ace of Pentacles here, okay? You're really letting go and creating a new opportunity for yourself that is leading you in the direction of your heart's desire here, okay? I'm going to get one more pull on this. Centered around where we are heading, and then we'll get into some clarification. So where are we? So in this energy, in this Fool, this Wheel of Fortune, moving forward, Six of Swords, this enlightenment, the Hanged Man, where are we going? Where are we heading as a collective? Shit. Okay. Oh, damn. Ooh. But then there's that Nine of Swords again. Okay, I understand why this is happening. So what we have here is the Empress, the World, and the Lovers. So the Empress is definitely talking about the Divine Feminine here. Okay, so this is probably another Divine Feminine collective reading. Most likely is, I'm not going to lie. I do want to talk about, this is a sidebar, but I do want to get into some Divine Masculine readings. Someone posted a comment on one of the posts on my community tab asking us, collective or channeling here, but asking me to help describe what real masculine energy is, or true or balanced, healthy, harmonious masculine energy is. And I really do think I want to do that, because I've come to understand it myself to a certain extent. I'm still more on the feminine side, but I do understand masculine energy way more than I did like when I started this channel over 2 years ago. So I do think I want to get into some Divine Masculine readings for the Divine Masculine Collective, because I do know that there are a few of you out there that do watch me, okay? And I honor you, I respect you, I appreciate you, and so I want to provide for you. But the bulk of my audience is the feminine, so okay, here we go. But the Empress, the World, and the Lovers, we're moving forward to a new love scape, I want to call it. But then there's that anxiety. Nine of Swords to the Two of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Temperance, Queen of Wands. Well, Divine Feminine, you have to make a decision. I know at this point love is pretty scary. I understand. Many of us, even in in the last few months, in terms of like, when I got here to Puerto Rico, that's when the big narrative started coming through about how, the Divine Feminine is really moving forward, moving on, leaving the Divine Masculine behind, almost as if pressing the reset button. But it was more of an energy of finally stepping, like literally really stepping off the karmic wheel in terms of this twin flame dynamic and all the karmic bullshit that was going on between the masculine and the feminine. And then after that, there were some signs that maybe there could be a true love or a better version of the masculine coming in, but then that seemed to crumble. That seemed to just fall away. It's like it turned out to be the same exact thing as the past. But the saving grace in that was after finally deciding to leave the original form of the masculine behind, the divine masculine behind, and moving on and kind of aligning with someone new, only for it to turn out to be the kind of the same thing. That was another way for the divine feminine to really put the nail in the coffin of that old circumstance. Because once we experienced that this was actually just turning into the same old thing, that's when we could decide to say, no, absolutely not. Like, I'm not even giving this person another chance, or I'm not even trying to deal with this any longer. I'm not even trying to put my energy into this any longer, as long as it's going to stay like this. Whereas in the past, we would have been like, oh, you know what? It's okay. We got to give him the benefit of the doubt. He just needs to heal. Let me send him energy. Let me send him love. Let me hold space for him. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No way. Queen of Swords, Five of Cups, that Page of Wands. Have you forgotten, or did you not hear the fact that I've changed? Do you not remember the fact that I went through hell and high water and worked on myself and gained a new perspective? So what makes you think I'm going to let the same old shit into my life again? I ripped that one a new asshole because he ripped me to shreds. So what makes you think you're going to be able to do it too? No. Right? That's kind of how we feel about it. Okay. So then, entering into this new cycle where I do feel like love is coming through for us, Divine Feminine. Somehow, some way, it's gonna find us. But I don't know about that. I don't know about that, boo. Okay, well, you gotta make a decision, Divine Feminine. And to be quite honest, your choice could be to just continuing to focus on you. Eight of Pentacles, continuing to focus on who you are as the Queen of Pentacles, as having the bag, as the wife and the mother archetype, as wifey material. Continue to work on yourself and continue to remember your worth and just be patient. Temperance, because the universe is working this out for us. Queen of Wands. Stay in your manifestation mode, okay? Eight of Swords, Four of Wands, Justice. We're going to stop there, and then we're going to get some clarification. But you've got to release yourself from this mental prison, this fear of always being let down, this fear of not being honored, because you have the foundation that you need that's going to bring you justice. Okay. All right. I'm going to put those back, though. Justice is going to be served for you, Divine Feminine. This Eight of Swords is you feeling locked in a mental prison, locked in a state. I kind of feel like I want to cry right now, so I totally get it. But it feels like you're locked in this state of perpetual agony. Like you're never going to actually get what you need. But that's part of, whoa, you guys. That's part of this whole situation in which the Divine Feminine has finally come to terms with the fact that she doesn't need an external form. She doesn't need an external representation of the masculine because she has that already within. But see, even that kind of feels like, well, if I have it already within, why would the universe ever bring someone to me that could mirror that? That's where patience comes in. That's where temperance comes in. Holy moly, you guys. I might start crying. This is kind of heavy. All right, let's get into some clarification here for us. Okay, we're going to see. Woo! All right, we're going to start with the Queen of Swords, the Five of Cups, and the Page of Wands. Yikes. Okay, here we go. 5 shuffles. 1, Now I'm hearing the song Take a Chance on Me by ABBA. And that's the universe. That's the universe singing to you, Divine Feminine. It's not the masculine. It's not a specific person, that's two. It's the universe saying, please believe us when we tell you we will provide you with everything you want and need. This is 3. And quite frankly, you don't need a masculine counterpart right now. I mean, let's be honest with yourself, girl. Like, really. You don't need a masculine counterpart right now. You are so good on your own, aren't you? Not to say that you don't want one, not to say that you're overly independent, but you're good, right? I mean, you're finally free of the toxicity, the narcissism, the constant push and pull, the constant triggers and synchronicities of dealing with, like, you're free of that, right? So don't worry about it. Enjoy it. Literally, Spirit is saying, enjoy this bliss, enjoy this freedom, enjoy this time you have to yourself. Don't worry about a masculine counterpart. It's not necessary right now. You're still the queen. You are still the queen. You have all 4 queens out here, by the way. No, you don't, because we don't have the Queen of Cups yet. But we do have the Empress with the Queen of Pentacles, Swords, and Wands. All right? 3. I think. I don't know. All right, this is 4. This is some really heavy energy, you guys. This is 5. 5 of Cups, Queen of Swords, Page of Wands. Let's see. Ooh. Oh. King of Swords, 9 of Wands. Ten of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. Ace, the Magician. Wow. Let's just get a little bit more, please. The Tower. Holy shit. With the Emperor. Holy shit. And the Ace of Wands. I keep hearing masculine counterpart. Yo, straight up and down, Divine Feminine. This is the masculine within you coming in and stepping in and saying, no, absolutely not. You will not get close to this feminine. You will not get close to this queen. Like shutting shit down, like literally shutting shit down, shutting people down. Strong defense. Okay, Divine Feminine, you really have some serious healing that needs to happen right now. And this is, okay, and we thought we were healing before. But this is actually where I think the real healing is starting. Because now the masculine is involved within us. And the masculine is the defense system, is the defense mechanism, is the protector. Holy shit. The Emperor, Ace of Wands, the Hermit. Oh, and then there's the Queen of Cups, and the Moon, and the Page of Wands again. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely a healing time. This is definitely a time for us to go deep into our emotions. Deeper than we've been able to go before because we didn't have the defense of the masculine within us holding down the fort. So now we can go deeper. We can go much deeper and really start clearing out all of this shit. Wow. All right. So next, actually, what I want to clarify, really, the only other thing I want to clarify here is the Three of Pentacles. Oh, shit. Hold on a second, you guys. Everything's good. All right, so let's clarify. Finally, I would just want to look at the Three of Pentacles and the Hanged Man here for you, Divine Feminine. Four of Swords. Three of Swords. Yep. Yeah. Take this one, please. Yes. Four of Cups. Ace of Cups. To the Ten of Cups. All right. So, yeah. Yep. Okay. So, I mean, I don't think I want to take that Four of Cups, actually. I don't, that almost came out, and then it was really difficult to get it out. Okay, so that's not relevant. Nope, okay, that's fine. We have the Four of Swords with the Three of Swords, okay? So, this Hanged Man energy, this enlightenment, this self-work, this self-mastery, we need to understand the heartbreak. We need to meditate on it. We need to face it. We need to face it. Because part of the reason why we ended up aligning with someone that just recreated that same toxic masculine feminine dynamic was because we were still harboring some of the hurt and the pain from the past that we didn't quite let go of yet. And that's not to blame anybody. No one is saying you did anything wrong. It's actually, Spirit is saying it's a natural part of the process because you needed to be faced with it from a different place or from a different person, blah, 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 for you to really see the true element of what was going on in front of you so that you could close the door on it. Death to the Ace of Cups. You had to love, you had to be in a place where, okay, so you left the masculine once and you did it because you found a sense of self-worth, Queen of Pentacles, and you found a sense of self-love, Ace of Cups. But then you had to be faced with it again. The universe had to put it in front of you again in order for you to really solidify the fact that you've made this choice. Period, point blank. And we're not going back to that, right? Ten of Cups, Ace of Swords for the lovers, Judgment, King of Cups, the Star, Six of Swords. So now the King and the Queen of Cups have showed up in this reading again too. And the King and the Queen of Cups showed up in all three of those readings yesterday. From Morning Coffee to the actual Divine Feminine reading here on YouTube, then even to the extended version where we were looking at the Divine Masculine. The King and the Queen of Cups showed up in all three of those readings. So that seems to be the theme here. Let me explain, I guess, because for those of you that don't necessarily read tarot or really understand what I just did with the bottom of the deck, could have just went way over your head, but you have a death, a transformation, a change in perspective brought on by self-work, right? Self-mastery, Hanged Man to the Three of Pentacles. Contemplating the heartbreak that you went through, Four of Swords to the Three of Swords, and allowing love to transform you here in terms of knowing exactly, Ace of Swords to the Ten of Cups, what is real for you in terms of emotional fulfillment, what it is you truly want. Letting go of what the collective requires or demands of you and actually getting down to choosing what you truly want, the lovers. Rising above judgment and being called towards that individual that will be the true manifestation of the King of Cups for you, that you so, I don't want to say that word, that you so dearly seek. Moving on, Six of Swords, from the lack mentality, Five of Pentacles, that kept you in this cycle, and thus 10 of Pentacles, you have the closing of the cycle, the lesson learned, Queen of Swords to the World, Nine of Pentacles. Wow, you guys. Independence. I want to say those of us in the Divine Feminine Collective that has been resonating with the Twin Flame journey and actually resonate with this reading and this message and all the messages that I've been bringing through since June, I want to say we've successfully surmounted a level or a portion of the Twin Flame journey that many people spend years, decades even, trying to master. And it's one of the hardest things to do. Because now there's a fear of feeling like, Eight of Swords, feeling like, well, now that we've reached this level, have we alienated ourselves so much that no one's ever going to align with us? That's not true. Spirit just said, that's not true. That's never going to happen. You just have to have faith. Oracle guidance. Beyond Lemuria. Okay, 5 shuffles here. 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. All right. Closing oracle guidance, please, for this reading here. For the Divine Feminine. There it is right there. All right. Card number 20. Beyond the Mind. Wow. Here we go. Thinking with the heart, being present, heart and mind connection, meditation, the bliss of being, quieting the monkey mind, fathoming the unfathomable, finding happiness within, going beyond intellectual limitation. I'm going to read the whole thing. The mind is a wonderful tool for moving us through the logistical elements of life so we can function in the world. However, its endless chatter, self-doubt, limiting stories, and subconscious programs can also keep us in our suffering. One of the fundamental problems with mind chatter is that it takes us out of the present moment. As soon as we are in the past or future, we can no longer be our most empowered in the present. When we are stuck in the past or worrying about our future, we are not in command of our now. All we are doing is draining our energy and removing ourselves from the beauty of this incredible moment where anything is possible. That is not to say we shouldn't plan for our future or honor the past. This message is about bringing our awareness to the present. We are naturally wired to be everywhere but the present moment. Just as we exercise to keep our body fit and healthy, it is useful to practice being here and now. Learning to find inner spaces of peace and silence, regardless of external circumstances, is one of the greatest gifts we can cultivate for ourselves. Much of Western culture and society pivots on a mind-based paradigm. This is this has served us in getting from A to B in a very linear way, but it is not holistic, and the cracks are starting to show. We learn that logic is always the right approach. However, more and more people are feeling unfulfilled, unhappy, and anxious, even though we are living more comfortably with fewer threats. What can we do about this? The answer is learning to just be, even just for 10 minutes of your day. There are many techniques to help you to quieten the mind. Find the ones that work for you, and as your internal world becomes more peaceful, conscious, empowered, and meaningful, so too will your external world. They are interconnected. True bliss is experienced completely and utterly in the present moment. In essence, it is the feeling we spend so much of our life seeking. Ironically, we have access to this feeling always, without external stimulants or concepts. Allow everything to drop away so you are present. It can take some work, but presence and bliss are totally within your grasp. Commodity-driven society tells us we need to seek things outside of ourselves to feel safe and happy. This thinking keeps us out of the magic. The enlightened soul knows there is so much more. Divinatory meaning. Take a step outside your mind-based concerns or limitations. Looking at things in an overly logical way will hinder you and obstruct access to your superpowers. You may be transfixed by a past experience. The past may be running you and making your mind spin so you cannot see what is really in front of you. Consider what your heart and your gut are telling you. Step back and clear your mind. Meditate in your own way. Contemplate what the situation at hand would feel like if you released all fears and worries. Are these concerns even yours? And Spirit just finished that question, or are they hive mind collective based? So there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this was helpful for you. I love you all so very much. I am feeling inspired to do a Divine Masculine reading soon. We'll see when that happens. I just heard myself say maybe next week. I'm not sure. But I am feeling inspired to do that, so stay tuned. And those of you that are looking for a live session, I'm most likely going to be going live for happy hour tomorrow, Wednesday, or Thursday, depending on my energy levels. Yes? Because today I have weekly readings to do for Aries and Scorpio, but then tomorrow is Gemini, Virgo, and Libra. So I'm not sure what my energy levels will be like. But anyway, if you're looking for a live session, stay tuned. I will announce it as soon as I know when I'm going to do it. Yes? I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I hope this was helpful for you. And I hope you have a fantastic day. And I look forward to connecting with you again for our next cup of coffee tomorrow morning. Yeah? Take care. Mwah! Bye.